4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 700, 5,055. Yeah, this is working. Okay. Hello, everybody. First off, I would like to just say a massive, ginormous, 5,055 million, mega, ultra crazy, world-ending thank you to literally everyone, including Gitatron 2.0 and the annoying photographer lady who made me break half of my elbows standing up for half an hour doing. Thank you everyone for being here. It means so much to me that you can support my bro as he finally ventures into the first step of manhood. Now, of course, as far as brothers primarily go, especially us, we only have two really imperative, or like, I guess, mandatory interests with each other, and that's being annoying to each other and finding as many opportunities as you can to embarrass them. So, be prepared for the evil entities! Now, where do I start about Sam? Well, he's annoying. And you know what? That's really it. I'm not gonna, just please believe me, I will legitimately pay you if you actually take that without question. He's also makes me give him money sometimes for me to stop telling on him, and I know we still have that secret thing we're not gonna discuss to anyone, so... See what I mean? He usually takes play fights too far, and doesn't really start dismantling my insides until this guy over here, this D-King, steps in and starts laying down the authority. Blah, blah, blah. He's incredibly competitive, whether it be a basic race car mini game on the Wii to proper sports. He just wants to win at everything. He has to literally go for the gold. And he has. He has like 7 million something trophies in his room, while the only ones I have are cheap knockoffs from... Whenever we play video games, in fact, he's always player one. I'm just stuck having the really annoying dumb mini powers of Mario. He gets to have the Ultra Sword ability and Monster Flame in Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Seriously, you actually have to only be player one to use those things. And if you are going to take on the other form that actually lets you use it, he just says, spit it out, let me use it. No, I want to slash things up with a sword. Let me use it or I'll punch you. Like, that's how it goes. You can't just let me be made for once, like, I'm just saying this. And let's not forget the most important thing, he is almost always in charge in the TV. Like, back in our old house when we just had one main playroom area and we couldn't go into Dad's lounge because he didn't want any drinks on the carpet, and, you know, Mum always had a room. He was just always in charge of the telly, and he kicked me off the couch all the time, and I was just stuck watching YouTube, and reruns are annoying. I'm just actually very glad we have 2 Skies at the moment. Sorry if I dragged this out a bit too long, but hey, this isn't actually as long as it's supposed to be, but I might as well try. But, contrary to what these minor incentives might suggest, these are actually by all means very bearable. At least all of them, but the Kirby's Return to Dreamland thingy. Seriously, Ultra Sword is broken, you never let me use it! But getting back to the main subject, I don't mind this because that's what brother does. And you know, beyond that, the kind of things Sam does are things that you generally don't expect most siblings to do. For example, Sam is actually, contrary to what someone here might suggest, incredibly kind, and he's always looking out for me and vice versa. He's actually very helpful, being very smart in JCOS. Like, I'd say he's slightly above average intelligence for his age, and he's helped me out with my homework a lot in the past, back in Livingstone, and he's very smart in general. And he's also a lot of fun, even if I do get ultimately dismantled and require transplants after every play fight. I think it's worth it, honestly. It's actually very fun. He's actually very entertaining. And he's, yeah. And like I said, very smart, has very good grades in JCOS so far. Not the best behaviour points, mind you. And even though I am amazing at video games myself, I'm actually surprised because he's really good at them as well. Not just FIFA-based video games, which we'll get to that later, but he's also good at basically almost all the video games I like. And if he's always Ultra Sword and Kirby's Return to Dreamland, you'll just know that, yeah, I'm not getting over that, seriously, I'm getting it next time. But in all seriousness, he's actually, beyond that, really good at Kirby games, Mario games, a few racing games. He's actually used to whoop my ass all the time in Mario Kart. I could never climb that jump on Wario course. Speaking of football, he loves playing it, not just video games, but in real life, and he's actually amazing with his team. And he also is good at a lot of other things, like badminton, swimming, and he also likes bike riding, which him and Dad often go on every now and then, just for some exercise. And he's a great actor, very dramatic, just like I am when I'm begging to get out of doing his school drama rehearsals. Seriously, I can stay at home for a few hours, He does Taekwondo with me, which is like a specific brand of martial arts. He's amazing at it. We have the same belt level, 2nd degree black belt, which is like black belt plus 2. And yeah, we're very good, we know a lot of moves, and no matter what, I know that he always has my back, just like any good sibling has. So, even though he is a git who still never lets me get Ultra Sword or Monster Flame, you couldn't even let me have Grand Hammer, which is like the worst one. Wait, where was I going into that? Oh yeah, so even though he is annoying, blah blah blah, when push comes to shove, he's, for what it's worth, my best and only brother in the world, and I wouldn't really trade him for anything. Even a holiday in San Francisco, yeah. Sam, you are king!
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please give it up for Max. Max and Sam, do you just want to have a picture together?
We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get sun. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 We're up all night to get lucky.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we need you to settle down rather quickly now. Because we have come to the moment we've all been waiting for. It's our final speech, which can only mean one thing, and I want you to raise the roof at Haven for our bar mitzvah Sam!
So, good evening, North London! And I would like to thank the whole Jewish community from Whetstone and Totteridge for being here. Now, as most of you know, I've been to a lot of bar and bat mitzvahs and heard a lot of speeches. So my big concern is that my speech, it wouldn't stand out. When I first sat down to write this speech, I started by asking myself, what should a bar mitzvah boy speech actually be about? Should it be about thanking everyone for coming, especially those who've come from a long way away? Should it be about thanking everyone for their wonderful gifts, especially those who come with cold, hard cash? Or should it be about reminding you all how handsome and generally wonderful I am? And I realised that it should be all of the above, especially the last one. Seriously though, I'd like to reiterate on Dad's comments about Helki, Auntie Marilyn and Auntie Janine and Cousin Abe. Helki, there are 2 legends in this room, and you sure are one of them. I could not have imagined you not being here to celebrate my bar mitzvah with us all. And and you know that I love you to bits. And I know that you've been under the weather over the past few weeks, so a huge thank you for making the trip over. Our holidays with you in Miami are always amazing, and not just because you take us to the best restaurants in town. And Auntie Marilyn, I can't believe that you've also flown over from the States. Where are you? Oh. Hey! Especially just 2 weeks after Ali gave birth to her 4th daughter. It means so much to me that you're here with us this weekend, and a big mazel tov to you and Ali. Mazel tov. And finally, for our American family, I also have to thank Auntie Janine and Cousin Abe for making the long trip over from San Francisco. We had an amazing holiday with you a week ago, and it means so much to me that you're both here. And let's hear it for Abe for doing such a great job with Anim Zamirot yesterday in shul. Now, all speeches thank their mum and dad for how amazing they are. And I thought it would be rude not to, as I have the best parents in the world. Well, most of the time when you're not telling me off. Mum, can I just say first of all, you look incredible. The bond that we have is incredible, and some of the stuff we do together is absolutely mad. Your answer to everything is pretty much yes, and the weekends I have with you, I never want to end. You're super funny, and I hope to be like you in many ways when I'm older. I love your craziness, and that trip to Barcelona will stay with me for the rest of my life. I love you, Mummy. I also have another parent, Dad. What can I say about you? I mean, you also look okay, I guess. No, you look great, trust me. Over the last couple years, I also feel that we've gotten a lot closer to each other, and I love that. When we're not ranting about Spurs or having yummy dinners together, and we end up chatting for hours upon hours, I love all the time we spend together. The amount of times I need help with anything or need help to fix any problem is wonderful. And when I'm a dad, I aspire to be like you. You're my chauffeur on weekends, slapping me around everywhere, which I normally take for granted. However, I'd like to thank you for doing that and everything else you do for me. And let's hope we can keep on getting closer and watch more Spurs at their new stadium. And I'm terribly sorry, Uncle Martin, wherever you are, but come on, you Spurs! I love you both to the moon, stars and back, and thank you so much for tonight, as without you, none of this would be possible. Now, on to my beautiful, amazing, wonderfully annoying friends who have given speeches. I love you all, and I've put down here, thank you for your loving words. However, I'm not sure I'm going to say that after what you said to me tonight. Dylan and Jack, I've known you for donkey's years, and we've shared some great memories together at primary school. And I love the fact we still see each other every Saturday, which still keeps us close. It would have been 3 of you tonight, but our best friend David from Nigeria couldn't get the time off school from Nigeria. However, he's still all in our hearts. Now on to my 4 little devils, Ollie, Gabriel, Nadav and Ethan. You guys get me through every day, even if it's just talking at lunch, daring each other to do absolutely stupid things, or just getting in trouble in lessons. I mean, doing very, very hard work in our lessons. Yeah. Our trips to Nando's and each other's houses are always hilarious, and I couldn't have wished for better friends. I love you all, and you know what they say, you can't choose your family, but you can choose your friends, and I think I've chosen very, very well. There's also, I think I'm missing someone. I'm missing two people, but it's one person. Ah, my little toaster! 'Cause you thought I'd forgotten about you. From playing countless hours of FIFA together, having sleepovers at each other's houses, and going on holiday together, or enjoying Rochelle's scrumptious fine dining. We are so close, and I'm sure we will always stay that way. Now, legend number 2, who'd just given one of the best speeches I've ever heard in my life. Maximiliano. Pretty much everyone knows who you are in this room because you're so full of life, warmth and fun. And if we all had to describe you in one word, it would be a legend. Seriously. Promise one point. You've always been with me when I'm down, or just been there to put me down and be annoying. You've not changed in 15 years. I hope you don't change in the next 15 years. And promise me you'll always be the video game loving, gannet eating Max who's not got a bad bone in his body. I love you, bro, forever and always. Can I ask all 8 speech givers to come up, as I have a small token of my appreciation to give to you.
Okay, kids, once you've got your gift, please stay up here at the front. We want some of you to stand on the left-hand side of the booth and some on the right-hand side. And we want one big photo of you all together, please. Okay, boys, once you've got your gift, can you spread out here in front of the booth? We want a picture of you all together. Hold your gifts in front of you, the right way around, the correct way. Put them down so we can see your face. Everybody, can you please look at Kate, our photographer? Boys. Thank you. Can we give a big round of applause, please, to the friends and, of course, to Max and cousin Toby. Okay, if you could settle down again, because Sam is not quite finished. He has a couple more words to say. Thank you. If you could settle down again now for Sam.
Okay. I've also been asked by one of my friends. We have a little thing in his speech. It's called Joey, and yeah, if you want to know about it, just ask me later.
I want to know about it now.
Later. Well, that's almost all from me. My balmy weekend has been absolutely the best weekend of my life, and I'd like to thank everyone for coming and celebrating. I never want it to end.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put... I
think I've mentioned everything I wanted to say. There's only one thing left to do. Let's all party the night away, and remember, it's a bank holiday tomorrow. So we can all have lions and dance till we drop. Thank you, everyone.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,